Scattered throughout Alabama and our world as well, there are places that hold strange unknown powers and secrets. Some of us have been fortunate enough, or perhaps unfortunate enough, to encounter these places. They are mystical, magical, perhaps enchanted, and sometimes cursed. They are known as vortexes, portals, doorways, passageways to other worlds and other dimensions, to times in the past or to times in the future. For the most part, they lay hidden, lurking deep in the shadows. So ask yourself before you make this journey tonight, can I handle the truth? Well, once you find the truth, your life is forever changed. You are now about to cross into the shadow regions, where reality and the supernatural mingle.
Well, I know you probably have all missed Jim. Thought I would go into the archives and pull out some information and everything that some of you might not know. First one I'm going to deal with is chemtrails. And he has his opinion on those, and he had his theory. And after everything that's happened with this COVID-19, I don't think he was far wrong. His theory was that the government or some unknown entity, maybe the world leaders, got together and they were trying to make sure that everyone in the United States or wherever else they do the chemtrail spray was infected with something that would cause all of the elderly and the infirm and those who had any kind of medical issues to die, therefore relieving the government and the insurance companies of a lot of payments so they wouldn't have to continue paying out and forking out money hand over fist for these people who could not live through the COVID virus. Didn't know it was COVID then, but that was his theory, that the government was poisoning everybody so that they could deal away with the infirm. He also said he hoped he didn't live to live through it. And he didn't. But he was really concerned about people and his town and the way that humanity had begun to just destroy everything that was good in nature. And he had a little temper on him sometimes, and he would use that little temper sometime, but we hardly ever recorded it and played it. Well, we did record it, but we didn't leave it in the video. Because he always would get upset with that. Gonna go through some of the video now and let you watch it and see what his opinion was, and we'll visit with him off and on for a while. Mary Catherine from Tuscaloosa is going to start doing some videos, and we're going to try to get those on and start having the Alabama Bigfoot Society very active again. So just hold on and keep sending us the ideas and reports, and we'll get things taken care of and keep Jim's remembrances alive. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 over the building. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Too many to count.
There's a big box right there.
Yeah.
That's one of There's something I've been noticing lately, and I decided I would stop and ask you about it. I want you to look up into the sky real quick. The sun's right over here in front of me, kind of making it hard for me to see, but I want you to look at the sky for just 1 second or two. Up there are some clouds rolling in like we may have some rain. Then there's some blue sky and top of that tree, and then there's some more little white clouds that look like balls of cotton. Since we're down here in the south, that's kind of what it reminds you of. Not that a lot of cotton's planted down here anymore or anything. But what I was wondering about, and what I want you to tell me if you're still seeing it, where are all the chemtrails? We used to have so many chemtrails that you couldn't see a blue sky this time of day. It's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and this is June the 12th of 2017. And I hadn't seen any chemtrails for months. And I had a man to mention that to me a while back. I was doing a radio show, and when we finished the radio show, he said, "Have you noticed any chemtrails lately?" And since about January or so, no, I hadn't noticed any. But you tell me if you're still seeing them around where you live and that type of stuff. I just wondered, was somebody behind that, or some country behind that, or some company behind chemtrails? But now it seems as we just don't have chemtrails like we used to.
Okay, that has something to do with the chemtrails. Give you a little something to think about there. Another issue he had is with the logging and the complete destruction of the habitat of the animals and all here in this area. He understood that people had to make a living and that logging was essential to the economy, but he did not like it when the loggers would go in, and they specifically within 3 to 4 weeks after we would go in and discover a Bigfoot habitat, they would go in and they would completely log everything down and leave nothing but the dirt and debris. Didn't sit well with him, and one time he just blurted it out, and we got it on video, and I thought you might get a little chuckle out of it.
Okay, I've come on around to the back side of this where it was clear cut today. I hope the sun doesn't get in the viewfinder too bad. I just wanted to let you see. You can sit in places like on the right away of the road, and there's nothing anybody can do or say about that. And just sit there with your binoculars and watch it along the tree line over there. You never know where their trails were out through here, and it could be that one possibly could come walking down through that old trail that's got done away with today. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's our friends leaving some logs over there just to let you know that they're in here cutting and destroying homes. I hope there's a special place in hell for loggers. If there ain't, when I get there, I'll build one. And I hope God puts me in charge of the thermostat too, because it's going to be hotter than hell. I'm going to turn around and show you where I had a sighting one afternoon. Yeah, there we go. There's somebody's home. This may be maybe why we've got a few reports lately. All right, now this is the transcontinental pipeline. Is what we're sitting on, and I'm gonna try to point it out. On that far hill where it looks like solid woods, that's where the pipeline goes uphill and then sort of turns over toward the right. But I had a pair of binoculars one afternoon. It was a little later than this, but it was hot. It was in 2007 because we were investigating over here a lot, and we were coming in here a lot at night and a lot late in the afternoon. But anyway, I had my dog with me, and we got out a minute to let him go pee because he's like me. Heck, he's getting old and can't hold pee no more. But anyway, I got my binoculars out and I looked down this trail, or this opening right over here, and then as I looked back over there on the very top of the hill, there was a bush of some kind, and you could see the bush shake every once in a while. And I kept looking, and there was a Bigfoot. Now you're gonna say, how did you know it was a female? It was a female Bigfoot. I could tell. I know that's a long way to tell male or female, but I had a good pair of binoculars, very powerful binoculars, and I could see this Bigfoot, and I could tell it was a female because she had breasts. But she was eating something off of a bush over there, and I've got that detailed in one of the booklets also. But that was in 2007. We sat here, I guess, 10 minutes and watched her eat. And she would go up to the bush, and I could see her pick and put something in her mouth. And after she would pick maybe 3 or 4, I guess, get a mouthful, she would kind of back up from the bush and I guess chew it up and swallow it. Then she would move back, and she did that several times in about a 10 or 12 minute period that we sat here, and it was a little later than this time of day, but there was plenty of light over there.
Did you hear that? Okay. Oh, look down in there. There's so many right there. And they're not all going from the same direction. That's the reason, you know.
If the wind's blowing hard enough to bend trees like that, it would be blowing some over.
Yeah.